Hello everyone, this is Shannon from That's So Po, and today I thought I would share some of my favorite arts and crafts. I get such a kick out of watching people on BookTube share their arts and crafts. I have a couple of favorite booktubers who do this pretty frequently. Rhea at the Bookfinch often will do a wrap-up of the art that they have drawn. I will link one of the recent ones below. Andrea at Infinite Text sometimes will share her watercolors or the things that she makes from nature. I'll link one below where she did some great watercolors of Hobbiton. And Rachel at Kalanari in her wrap-ups at the end will often share some of her knitting projects. So I'll link one of those recent ones below too. And I just love seeing what they're making. So I thought that even though I'm not somebody who can share on a regular basis what I'm making, because I do arts and crafts pretty infrequently and don't make much progress at a time, I still think it's fun to share the things that we make. So I'm going to share a couple of my favorites with you. These are things that I work on and off. Some of these maybe I haven't touched for a couple of years. Some of these maybe I've been working on for a few years, but I thought it would be fun to share. So the first arts and crafts that I'd like to share is cross stitch. Cross stitch is something that is a ton of fun and is really easy to do if you have a kit. So this is from a kit. I will link down below the kit that I used. I think we picked this up on some trip to a lighthouse, but it is so cute and so pretty. It takes quite a long time to do cross stitch, and I only work on this very occasionally, so I think that I have been working on this for a few years, if not more than just a few. But just every once in a while, I'll take it out, work on it, do a little patch of color. And one of the nice things is that Sush will often read to me, and I'll do this while he reads. And he's very nice and pauses when I switch colors or when I have to count something. So this is a ton of fun. Another favorite art and craft that I love to do, but only once a year, is Ukrainian Easter eggs. So this is a type of Easter egg that is pretty intricate. It takes quite a long time to do, basically a full day to get one of these eggs done. For me, I'm not that fast, but it's so much fun and I really, really enjoy doing it. You basically hollow out an egg and then you paint lines on with wax and dip in color, paint more lines on with wax, dip in color, and then remove all of the wax at the end, and you end up with these really, really intricate designs. It is such a fun thing to do, and I just use a kit. So down below, I'm gonna link the kit that I use that has the little kind of wax styluses and the dies, as well as a book of designs that I use, as well as like a egg blowing tool. This isn't, the one I've linked isn't the one that I have, but it's a similar style of thing. Also, I will link a video that kind of gives an overview of what the process is to make one of these, but I just find it is such a fun art and craft to do. This is one that uses sort of a more traditional style with a kind of black background and some of these symbols. But I also have done some that are just, you know, a design that I liked. I kind of was inspired one year to do more of a Delft pottery style, which is kind of some freehand flowers, and it's just such a fun art and craft. If you like arts and crafts, I really recommend giving this a try because I enjoy it so much. And you can put these little gold, I don't know what to call them, hooks on the top, and we end up using these as Christmas ornaments after we have made them. Next is an arts and crafts hobby that was really popular for everybody like 5 or 10 years ago, and that is coloring books. I really enjoy coloring books, and I have quite a few that I like. This one I really, really like. It is 59 Illustrated National Parks by the Anderson Design Group. And this group has this entire collection of kind of poster artwork for all of the different national parks. Absolutely love these and kind of have been coloring in some of the parks as we visit them. So I've got Glacier Bay. This is in Alaska. And also just another one that I like is the Petrified Forest, which has these kind of logs that have been made almost into rocks. They're rocks now because of petrification. So this one is a lot of fun, especially because I associate it with the parks that we have visited. I also have the Victorian House Coloring Book by Kristen Helberg, illustrated by Daniel Lewis. I love Victorian houses and I love just coloring into this book. So we've got different rooms, like this is the parlor and it tells you about that room. And then they've got like a really pretty full spread for the garden. So I work on this one. This is one of the older ones that I've had, so I've chipped away at it a bit. And then this one is so fun. This is Victorian Fashions Stained Glass Coloring Book by Marty Noble. Now, I have not seen any other stained glass coloring books before, but these are super cool. So basically, this is an example of one of them, and it's just, it's actually see-through. And so they're just somehow really, really pretty. I love fashion. I love Victorian fashion. It's just so much fun to color in all of these very pretty dresses. Next is a hobby that I've only picked up recently, and that is Gloomhaven miniature painting. So Gloomhaven is a board game. It's big, but it is sort of D&D in a box that Sish and I have been playing. I will link below a video that I did talking about this game as well as some other games that are favorites of mine to play. But in it you have little characters and they start out as just completely gray. So this base, this is the color that they all start out as. But you can get a painting kit. I will link the one that I use below, and you can paint them. And it is such intricate work. They are so small. I just have such a fun time painting these miniatures. This was my character that I started out with. He is an Inox, and just I liked playing this character. And as we open up new characters, this is my current one, we get to paint more, and so this is just such a fun thing. This is the character that Sish is playing as right now. It's these two pieces. So it is so much fun to paint these. It's very intricate little detail work, but it's just fun also to get to play with them after you paint them. And lastly, one of my favorite arts and crafts to do is watercolor. Watercolor is so much fun. I think that it's just such a fun medium because you get to play so much with layering the colors. It's just, I really, really enjoy it. So I like to draw plants, and I like to also paint animals, so bunches of different bugs with plant backgrounds. I really like to do kind of things that are just slightly more abstract, just playing with the kind of shadows and colors. This is a puppy, I like it. I also really like to draw people. So I think that with drawing people, there's a lot of fun just in trying to figure out what will represent that image really well, especially because humans are very good at paying a detailed attention to whether or not a human looks like a human in ways that we don't do with other objects. And sometimes I even get Sish to pose for me and just have a fun time painting him. I really, really enjoy watercolor. I think it is such a fun medium, so it's definitely one of my favorite arts and crafts. Okay, so those are a few of my favorite arts and crafts. If you guys do any of the ones that I have mentioned, or if you do any other sort of arts and craft that I didn't talk about, go ahead, leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you.